Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, guys? I hope everyone is here and ready for some great collegiate Dota action. Tonight, we have New York University versus Maryland College Park. Two teams hailing from the East Division. But before I get into the teams, you might be asking, well, Carlo, there's two teams, but is there only one caster? To that, I would say yes. Tonight, it is just myself. Ricky, unfortunately, has died. Um, And by that I mean he is not here. So it will just be the beautiful Carlton without the beautiful Ricky. But don't worry. Half the casters, but we're going to have twice the fun. So both these teams are from the East Division. Currently, New York University is struggling to earn their first win. They're looking to prove themselves in Division A. Whereas Maryland University currently has yet to lose a game. Yes, they have yet to lose a game. And we are talking about the one and only East Division in which Rochester Institute of Technology is a part of. So, Maryland, they got some big matches coming up here, and they need to make sure they keep their wits about them if they want to compete with the grand champions, who we will see later in the season. Now, is this going to be New York University's first win? Or is this just going to be another body on the warpath Maryland is following to defeat the Rochester Institute of Technology? I don't know. It looks like we're just going to have to stick together and find out. And with that, let's get right on into game number uno. Now, last Monday was it? Back when Ricky was still alive, we saw some very strong 2-1-2 lanes. Lich was picked up in the first phase, one of the strongest heroes in the game. The reason that we were seeing picks like that is because, as I said, the 2-1-2 meta favors the laning phase. Two heroes top, one hero mid, two heroes bottom. Roamers aren't doing so hot right now, and that's because of in the recent, well, not so recent changes, the experience and gold you gain from killing creeps has been increased. The experience and gold you gain from killing jungle creeps has been decreased. And getting a kill on a hero isn't really as good as getting a lane or two of CS. So bullying people out of lane, winning lanes, getting a lot of creep farm early on has become very popular. And roaming, you don't see so much. Tusk, who was very popular, actually was in the grand finals for CSL. He was a top first pick back then. Tusk and Pudge and Earth Spirit have fallen out of favor. First bans, offlaners being banned by Maryland. Axe and Enchantress, two very strong offlaners. Enchantress is almost impossible to harass out of lane. She wins all the auto attack fights because of Untouchable. Axe is a similar sort of deal, whereas you can't right click Enchantress because she slows your attack so much. You can't right click Axe because he's going to spin around, and if he's not hitting you, he's hitting a whole wave of creeps farming them. Axe is a nuisance to deal with in lane because if he creep cuts and then you're taking a lot of damage, he puts a lot of pressure on you. The bans we're seeing from New York University, Undying, Mirana, and Silencer. Undying and Mirana, or rather Undying and Silencer, are very strong supports in lane. Both can play position 5. They only have to hit their spells. They don't really need to have items. It's actually Undying's Tombstone is his big spell, whereas Silencer's is alt, Global Silence. Kind of interesting when a hero's like kind of core spell isn't their ultimate. That's the case with Undying. One of the strongest heroes in the game. Early on, he gets banned out, and Mirana is a very strong mid who gets going extremely fast because of her high spell damage, but also her ability to scale with items. So once her spells start carrying her, she sets herself up for items to bring her to the late game. Often seen mid, could be a roamer, but as we discussed, roamers aren't so popular at the moment. There's Ogre Magi. So that's a hero that is unbeatable in the laning phase in just fighting. Even Undying, one of the best heroes early on, who's like peak is the first 10 minutes of the game. Ogre Magi will beat an Undying in a one-on-one fight. Ogre has like, what is it? I want to say 5, maybe 6 armor. He has top 3 health regen in the game, potentially number 1. He has very high attack damage. I believe it's over 60. We'll see when we get into the game. An interesting thing about Ogre is that although he's like the definition of a position 5, one of his spells is to buff your carry, which increases their ability to deal damage, therefore killing heroes and killing creeps. So it makes sense for Ogre Magi to be following carry around, giving him Bloodlust so the carry can farm faster. What a fun game. Um, he he wants to build like a 4 in lane. Like I feel like an Ogre Magi, because he's one of the strongest heroes. He's the strongest hero pretty much at level 1. Um, you want to get him items. So I feel like Ogre Magi is it's always beneficial to have the other support by the wards and courier right off the bat, because if Ogre can come to lane with, for example, a stout shield even, or pick up an early boots or get an early medallion, he's just unstoppable in team fights. He can just run at people and there's nothing they can do about it. Now, Warlock is picked up from Maryland.
10
That is a very
seconds
popular
remaining.
pick, been in the meta for a long time since TI. Reason being, he is
5
gonna win a
seconds
long,
remaining.
slow game of regen. He's gonna use his W, his Shadow Word, to heal his teammates. He may even use it to hurt his enemies. However, what you have to keep in mind on Warlock is that Shadow Word is
Dire
affected by
team
magic
pick.
resistance. So it's not as mana efficient to use it as a damage spell as it is to use it as a heal, because 25, or I believe it's 25, is the default mana or armor, magic armor is getting reduced. Dark Willow, finesse hero, so I want to see a player. The Dark Willow is not a hero you're going to just give to anyone. Dark Willow is going to be a fancy hero, often does a dual off lane, so I want to see what they pick to go with her. She puts out a lot
10
of damage, and
seconds
she's good
remaining.
against projectile stun, so Ogre Magi's W, his dot, has a very slow projectile. Dark Willow can disjoint that and kind of put up a fight, but if it ever comes down to a straight one-on-one, Ogre Magi is just going to beat that little fairy, crush her, smush her like a fly. Pugna's picked up. Pugna has, so you see Warlock. Warlock has a big spell he wants to cast. Pugna has a Nether Ward, which he's going to put down before the fight, and
10
Warlock's going to take a
seconds
ton of damage.
remaining.
Warlock casts pretty much all his spells at once, so I mean he's going to get if
5
Warlock gets his
seconds
ult off,
remaining.
he's going to want to cast his Shadow Word. He's going to want to cast his Fatal Bonds. He's going to go pretty much down to 0 health, and you get picked off. The thing is, I mean, it sucks to be the Warlock, but if you're casting your spells, that's
Radiant
all you need to
team
do,
ban.
right? Like, if who cares if you kill the Warlock with every single spell on cooldown? It's like whatever. He already did his thing. It is a nuisance to Dark Willow, but she is more. She's not really a spell spammer. Her W, what's it called? Netherrealm or whatever goes on is her shortest cooldown. I think it's 8 at level 4 or 12 at level 4. But Bramble Maze is over 30 seconds,
10
and Curse
seconds
Crown is a
remaining.
pretty long cooldown. Um, Terrorize is a minute or
5
more.
seconds remaining.
So she's not too upset by the Nether Ward, is what I'm getting at. Pugna also puts a lot of pressure on towers early on.
Dire team
Um,
ban.
Usually played as a core though. Pugna scales well with farm and gets deleted if he doesn't have farm. He has the lowest strength gain in the game. He also has one of the fastest movement speeds in the game. Going into the tier 2 or phase 2 of bans, Ursa's banned out. Really popular meta hero right now because his ability, he's strong in lane and he can snowball and take that momentum and win an entire game for it. He also, if
10 seconds
he
remaining.
doesn't own, like he doesn't crush his lane, he really only needs a
5
blink and
seconds
then he can go
remaining.
for a little bit of utility-esque items on him. Because he applies a lot of pressure in team fights. So even if he's not your winning condition, he can apply an insane amount of pressure in team fights, just getting a blink and running around and opening up room for your for another core on your team to really carry the game. So very popular. Also, Wraith King's seen a lot with Dark Willow, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Wraith King ban, but
Radiant
I don't think
team
Ursa
ban.
Dark Willow would be a bad lane either. Bloodseeker is banned, so Warlock heals in lane. Bloodseeker relies on heroes taking damage in all 3 lanes. Pugna deals a ton of damage. Ogre wants to fight. They don't want, or New York University doesn't want Warlock to pick up Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker cannot get picked up, or shouldn't get picked up by New York University. It's not a hard counter, but one lane is going to constantly be at full health or high health, and
10
Bloodseeker
seconds.
relies on his
Radiant
thirst in
team
lane to
pick.
get last hits and to harass his enemy. So he's only going to, it's going to be one third of the lanes he would normally get is going to be always at full health. Therefore, they ban it because they can't pick it. They don't want the other team to pick it. They don't want to play against it. And Drow Ranger. We saw a lot of Drow Ranger at TI. That's just the we know how to play Dota better than you, hero. You just play, a normal game of Dota, but every mistake your enemy makes, they get punished extremely hard.
10 seconds. Dire team pick.
Drow pushes hard and gives everyone else the ability to push hard. Centaur picked up huge amount of damage, very aggressive hero, but also very tanky. If he has a strong lane, he'll likely pick up a Hood of Defiance, which is going to help him farm and going to help him fight. Also, his very high damage nuke, Double Edge, deals magic damage both to his opponent and himself. Picking up an early Hood of Defiance increases health regen, so he stays out on the map and can farm longer,
10
and
seconds
allows him to use
remaining.
Double Edge to farm or can spam it more in fights. Not only does
5
Hood of
seconds
Defiance offer an
remaining.
activatable magic shield that will um, block the damage he takes to himself when he casts Double Edge. It will also grant him a large amount of regen, or rather, not more than a large amount of regen. Also grant him a large amount of magic resistance. so he's taking less damage overall. Both the magic damage he takes and the magic damage he deals is reduced by magic armor from him and his enemy. So if, for example, someone were to get a Veil, it actually increases the damage of Double Edge. And one cool combo you can do if you're playing lanes in your friends is go Abaddon and Centaur. It's not really the strongest lane, but it's kind of fun to pop a Aphotic Shield on top of yourself with Double Edge. Just a fun little trick for you out there. We are going to the reserve time. New York University doesn't know what to pick going into the second phase. Banning out Drow and banning out Ursa, two meta picks, two strong heroes that kind of snowball. They go for the Phoenix. Now, my issue with the Phoenix is yes, they definitely need team fight against a Centaur Stampede, a Warlock Golem, and Terrorize from Dark Willow. But if Phoenix eggs and Maryland don't want to fight the egg, they just Stampede. If New York takes a fight or
10
has a sick
seconds
Nether Ward
remaining.
down and messes up Warlock who casts all his spells, they Stampede.
5
Stampede
seconds
is an
remaining.
insane spell for the sake that it lets you reset a fight
Dire
or
team
get a
pick.
new initiation. If you can survive the enemy team's initiation, you can just run away with Stampede. And Phoenix is a hero that really suffers because Phoenix is mobile when Phoenix is using Supernova. Now there's Morphling. That's another finesse hero. So Warlock is a very straightforward hero. You know, you put Warlock in the hands of 10 pro players, and it's probably going to look about the same. You can't say that about Dark Willow, and you definitely can't say that
10
about
seconds
Morphling. These
remaining.
heroes have a lot of finesse. There's so many different ways to play it. It is truly
5
an art
seconds
to watch
remaining.
these heroes played at a high level. So I'm very excited to see what Maryland's going to do. Not only is Maryland going into this game without dropping a single match so far, so we do know these guys are talented. They're looking to prove themselves against RIT, the big boss battle they're going to have at some point during the season, as Rochester Institute of Technology, the grand champions, are in the same group as Maryland and New York. Again, New York is looking for their first win, looking to prove that they have what it takes to play for the big boys. Morphling's
Radiant
also strong
team
against
battle.
Phoenix because Phoenix has extremely low mobility. Icarus dive, 30, was it 32, 36-second cooldown? Over 30-second cooldown. Morphling can replicate. I don't know what it's called. Is it called Morph now? Morph the Phoenix and Icarus dive, and he has the exact same amount of mobility. Plus, Morphling has waveform, so Phoenix can't really run away from Morphling. If
10
Phoenix
seconds
initiates on
remaining.
Morphling, he morphs her, and Icarus dives away, and Phoenix
5
can't do anything about
seconds
it.
remaining.
Clinks is a lane dominator, hits very hard in lane. He can run around and get solo pickoffs or split push very well because of his insane amount of damage output, both to towers and to creeps. It's likely he will pick up an Orchid, or it's common to see Orchid, at least in pub games. I don't know what we'll see in this. They might have a special strategy for him, but Silence does mess up Dark Willow. It does mess up Warlock, because Warlock can't cast his spells if you catch him before. Dark Willow really relies on
Dire
being able
team
to
battle.
disjoint or have her Nether Realm, Shadow Realm available at all times. Could catch the Morphling, not allowing him to waveform or catching him in the wrong morph. And I guess Centaur, you won't use it on unless you're saving someone from stun or he hasn't casted his ult yet. We're going into the final phase of bans, and we will see um, Storm Spirit taken out.
10
That's a
seconds
very fun hero,
remaining.
the Sumail hero.
5 seconds remaining.
What are we going to see? 2 seconds left.
Dire team pick.
Lina. Alright. I mean, it's a lot of damage. It's more stuns. Yeah, actually, Lina's pretty sick because she can combo off of Centaur, she can combo off of Willow, she can combo
Radiant
off
team
of
pick.
um, Warlock. Oh, PL. Very last pick, PL. So PL can chase through Centaur's ult with Phantom Rush as long as it's timed correctly. PL will absolutely wreck mana bars of any heroes. If he gets on top of a Warlock, Warlock's doing nothing. Because PL's gonna come online pretty much as soon as he gets Diffusal. He can just start crushing everyone.
10
Not only
seconds
does it make him
remaining.
very deadly, but at the very least it lets him mana burn someone like Centaur who has a ton of health and just
5
leave. Like, who
seconds
cares?
remaining.
Mana burn Centaur and leave him to go do whatever he wants. I guess he can double edge still, but Centaur won't be able to stun, won't be able to get his ult off. Um, Phantom Lancer is a hero that scales insanely well. You'll see him take over games that go really long. That's because of his main mechanic, which he creates a ton of illusions, and not only does he scale well with items, but illusions, like, they don't scale super well with items, but if PL is big, his illusions are going to be big. And he has a lot of illusions. Trust me, this guy loves illusions. We're bringing it we're bringing it down to the wire for both teams, holding their last picks. So what do we got? We got Terrorize, we got Chaotic Offering, and we got War Run for UMD. They're going to get wild in team fights. Morphling, what can he steal that's sick? What does he steal? Does he just steal... Oh, I guess he steals Clinks' what's it called? I mean, Skeleton Walk would be sick on Morphling, but Strafe. That's actually insane for Morphling.
Tinker.
Tinker!
You may now select
Alright.
your heroes.
Well, UMD has nothing planned. They got nowhere to be anytime soon, so we're going to see Tinker. Let's check out these cosmetics here. Clink's got some sick immortals. PL really lacking. Ogre's got a shield. He's ready to smash. No BZZ set. Actually, is this pay to win? Morphling already has Ethereal Blade attached to both his arms with that cosmetic. It's like the Battle Fury for Void that's pay to win. Well, I think I'm feeling UMD. They got, I mean, I don't know. Clinks and PL and Pugna is a lot of pressure to deal with. I don't know, man. I can't make a decision here. I'm gonna go. Let's go team fight. Let's go team fight. I like team fight. They got set up. Let's go UMD. So, boom. What's up? Overlay. That's right. We're friggin' professional. Get out of here, son. Let's do this. So, starting from the top, UMD, we got Slurms on Morphling, picking up Morph at level 1, increasing his damage so we can get some last hits. Number 2, position number 2, Tinker, bringing it in the mid lane. This hero is going to cause a lot of chaos and increase the game timer a ton. Centaur, a very fun hero to watch. He's going to be in the off lane. He's going to be hanging out with Dark Willow. Dark Willow played by Gabbana. Maybe I'll throw the names in there too, hey? Signy on Centaur. Boom, Magician X. Dark Magician X is what they call him around here. He's playing Tinker. Bring it back to Dark Willow. Gabbana on Dark Willow. Immortal, by the way. Hello. Warlock, he's going to be hitting R. He is by Crimson. PL top lane. Yep, you guys see his name. I don't need to say it. Zahir on Clinks. He's going to be lighting up towers and hearts alike. Speeding around on Pugna. What's your movement speed? 337. 1.337. Speeding around on Pugna, we got Swylor Curry, gonna carry, and once again, Phoenix. You can see his name. You know what's going on, guys. I don't need to say what's going on. You know what's going on. 10 seconds into the bounty rune starts. We have a movement made by Centaur. Signy's going up. He's holding the stun. 4 seconds. There's the Bramble Maze. They're gonna do some damage to Peel. They're gonna stun. Is it too early? Dark Willow grabs the rune. Peel's taking a ton of damage. They're not going to get him, but they're going to cost his regen here. Centaur doesn't care. Ogre wants to hit. This is what Ogre does. Let's check it out. 62 damage, 8 armor, 6 HP regen. Even Centaur, one of the beefiest beefcakes in the game. 64. Ogre's down by 2. 1 armor, 8 armor. Wrong. 10 HP regen. Oh, with a tango. Yeah. 10 HP. You have Ogre's default regen with a tango, buddy. Back off. All right, let's bring it on in. Hit me up with some last hits here. Clinks, killing it. Let's check him out mid lane. Clinks versus Tinker lane. Tinker's going to blind Clinks. Clinks going to hit Tinker super hard with that super hot fire on Searing Arrows. Towers. Hidden creeps. You got this, Tinker? Ooh, baby. Yes, you do. You going to need the range creep? Ooh, with the laser. Beaming him. Any action going on up here? Ogre's just going to hit people. Even someone like Centaur we just talked about. Ogre wants to fight him. What's the regen looking like? Not too crazy. Let's check out bot lane. How we doing down here? A lot of pressure coming out from Pugna. Pugna, Phoenix, not a lot of stun there. Look at the harass though on poor Slurm, sitting at 400 max HP, taking spells, taking harass from quick little Pugna. How much regen did this guy bring? He's gonna have a rough one. Let's see what's going on top again. Ogre, Ogre didn't get a chance to get shield. That's unfortunate because he wants to be fighting, and Centaur has shield. Check out the mid lane here. Clinks and Tinker both getting a ton of last hits. Boom, easy last hit. pushing the lane on in. Well, what I want to see here from I think the Pugna Phoenix has got to be the most interesting lane going on. This is, I don't think you see this very often. It has not really any defensive capabilities, but a ton of offense. And you can see that. Oh, just barely misses with the Fire Spirit. However, Warlock, I mean, if Pugna and Phoenix can't burn the enemy team down, then they're just going to regen up with Warlock's Shadow Word. And you can see already at level 1 he's casting. He's probably cast it twice. Magician X taking a lot of damage. He does have the blind up. Clinks goes on. He's missing. He's missing. He's missing. He's missing. He's missing. He's uphill. He misses. Unfortunately, blind from laser beats straight from Clinks. However, we were about to see a ton of damage come out. Are they going to do tower damage, or are they saving the blast for strict hero harass? Look at the regen, though. 2 mangoes. What do we have for mana here? Mango and potion. Sinker's still alive. He's playing a dangerous game up here, low HP. You guys fighting at all? Let's go. UMD's doing it. There's a double stomp. Hello, onto the Bramble Maze. Messes him up with the double edge. They were listening to Stream Snipers. I wanted a fight, and they brought me a fight. Poor Ogre. Eats his branch. Yep. I mean, he's got a regen backup. He wants to get back in. 14 HP regen with the branch. If you didn't know, eating a branch increases the duration Tango is on you for... It doubles the duration. Doesn't increase the actual healing per second, just doubles the duration. Dude, Pugna is doing a great job harassing, not only with spells, but with abusing his movement speed. He's holding on to a lot of gold. Do you think he's going straight? He might just be going straight for the point booster. Warlock's just chilling, hanging out here. Check out mid lane again. 4 to 4. There's the blind. Clinks has to watch Tinker farm. Even though he's blind, he's still watching him farm. You got these last hits, man? Let's do it. You got Searing Arrows. There it is. He's got this, right? You can, creep damage doesn't break potions. Let's go, let's go. Easy game for our man. Topping CS 20 and 2, followed by Phantom Lancer 17 and 4, Tinker 17 and 2, close behind. Pugna messing up the last hit charts, sneaking his way in. Not a lot of mana, but a lot of heart and a lot of movement speed. Going into the darkness here, 4 minutes in. Let's see if this changes the dynamic of any of the lanes. Warlock's already trying to play sneaky in the trees, but his role is just to Shadow Word heal the Morphling. They're behind him. Are they going for the offensive ward? Look how quick he is. He doesn't care. They got 2 auto attacks on him. We got a rune here. Oh, Arcane and Haste. Sorry, Clinks. Level 5 on Clinks, but a lot of fun toys on Tinker. Clinks is actually going to do an okay job. If Tinker wants to do something, though, now is the time. Let's see. Clinks is very, very low. You got this? Yeah, yeah. You guys getting wild up here? There's a Bramble Mage. Ogre's going deep, but this is what Ogre does. He's not too scared. Boots. Hello. Bye-bye. In that, you know, that bot PL a couple seconds where no one was contesting him in lane. Phoenix is going to get a bounty rune down here for New York. What are we doing with your runes? You're just holding on to them. Did he spam? I don't know. Clinks is pretty low. Check out top lane again. Here we go. 1 point in return, whatever. You got, it's fine, right? It helps you farm. It also does tower damage. A lot of people forget, especially late game. Centaur actually melts towers if he's the one tanking them with return. It does an insane amount of damage, more than an auto attack should do. Maybe a Clinks can hit as hard as his return does. Fire Spirit. Morphling can't fight because of that. Is that an offensive Shadow Word? No, he didn't cast anything. He just faked me out. Here we go, here we go. D-Crap, there's the ward. They're going hard on Morphling, but are they going to be able to finish him? They're both very low. Look at, they're just chasing him down. Pugna so quick. Boom. Morphling, he's healing up, though. Warlock died for him. If he, this ward's actually worth a lot. What's it, 75? There's the D-Crap. Slurms have to play up right now. Oh, they want to get the deny? No, he gets 20 gold. What is it, just level 1? Oh, jeez. Did Slurm just waste his waveform? Is he going to die from this? No, he gets a kill. He gets a kill. Here comes the Shadow Word. Hello. Slurms is coming right back in. What are you going to do, Phoenix? Walk away. Okay. Yeah. He's coming back. He has no regen, so he just has to watch Morphling farm. Checking out top lane again. Ooh, hello. Making it out. Very sneaky player with the doppelganger. Centaur chases him away. Get out of my lane. I want to be the one farming. Bottom lane, re-engagement. Crimson is very low. Waveform up by Morphling. He has no mana. Manages to catch the Phoenix. However, Pugna has movement speed, a ward, a dream, and more mana than Morphling. Morphling is going to get shadow worded. Continue to be shadow worded. And this is what you're going to see all lane down here. Top lane, it looks like we got some action. Curse Crown. There's the doppelganger. Bye-bye. So, Curse Crown has to actually be on you for it to proc. Here we go. Tinker, though. Oh, not quite. TP out. We're going to see a lot of that this game, too. TPing Tinkers. An aggressive ward was placed by New York. Keeping track of what's going on behind the tower. Phoenix has some regen, but not really, nothing for mana, and still a ways away from actually finishing Tranquils. Warlock's back. Brought the word. The shadow word. Who needs regen? And this is what we talked about. They're just playing very slow. So, let's hit up some net worth here. Morphling, 2,700. 200 above the Clinks. Clinks, who is mid. Morphling, who is safe lane. Oh, look at that. Third place. All three lanes are currently being won by UMD. This is a fantastic sign. First thing we talked about, 2-1-2 meta, how important the laning phases are. Just like how important Pugna's very quick little boots carry him away from Morphling when he runs up on him like that.
Stop you.
Are we going to get the pull here? It looks a little late. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, range creep though. There it is. So they're going to pull the wave back. This is going to get better creep equilibrium for New York University. It's going to pull the wave up here closer to their tower, making it harder for UMD to fight. However, UMD is not really scared of fighting. Beating Phoenix up, making him run away. Oh, here's the decrep. Slurms wanted the stack, but instead he's just getting a bunch of damage put on him. Oh, and we have a sneaky guy coming in. Clinks. Skeleton Walk. On the hunt. Let's go, buddy. Here we go. Target acquired. Oh, they have the shrine. Kill him before the shrine heals him. No teammates. He's just trying to show off. He's here by himself. Well, shrine got wasted. Clinks has to go home. That's a win for UMD. Clinks is going to spend a lot of time outside of lane, whereas in the meantime, the core mid Tinker is farming and the core bottom Morphling is farming.
Middle tower is under attack.
Poor little ogre. He just wants to battle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Clink still has top CS. Tinker's not far behind though. What's Tinker looking like here? So Tinker's gonna go for Boots of Travel soon. Oh, some pinks coming out top. You guys want some action up here? Let's see some action. So PL can play very reactionary with Doppelganger. He can dodge Curse Crown and he can dodge War Stomp. Is it Hoof Stomp or War Stomp? He can dodge Hoof Stomp with it. So if he's winning the lane, he is in no position to ever start a fight because he can just wait and start the fight by using Doppelganger defensively to dodge a crowd control ability. Now, if he does want to fight, he has to be very careful with it, with how he plays. But if he's winning the lane, which he was hoping for with Ogre just being able to battle and keep people out, he can just continue winning the lane. He never really has to he can almost always start a fight in a good position by dodging a spell. Morphling's taking so much damage, but we've seen this before. Oh my god, he's really low, but on the top side, Pugna's about to get stunned. Ogre shows up. Hello, time to fight. You can't disjoint this when you're stunned. She is caught out. There she goes. Ignited. Killed by Ogre. Morphling. Very low, leaving his Warlock to die. Poor little Warlock. Well, he died, but Morphling lived. That's what we want to see. In that fight, let's check out what happened here. A lot of gold going for your boys on the Dire side. Looking good for them. Oh, there's the egg. Hello. Let me get this out of here. Slurms, he's going for it. Is he going to do it? It's only 6 hits. Ooh, baby. He farms the creeps and he farms the heroes. Well played, says Magician X. Well played indeed. Another CS. Ooh, just kidding. But he's got the ranged ones. These ones are worth the most, by the way. Hold on. You know what else worth the most? Tinker dying mid. Blinded Clinks. Clinks can't do any damage, but he's going to get sucked by Kunkka. Kunkka. Whoa. Pugna. Who said Kunkka? I'm wild. Centaur's just chilling up here. How are we doing on CS? 41 to 57. So PL's winning, but Centaur's doing fine. What's the net worth? Oh yeah, PL's actually owning. Just about tied. Oh god, look at that. He's just getting beat down. Return does nothing to this beat squad. Chasing him down. Get out of my lane. Look at all this time PL. No wonder PL's higher CS. He can just bully the Centaur out of lane. Imagine that when he gets the Fusel Blade. Centaur can't go near this guy. No one can go near him. Clinks wants to make a move up top. Oh, he found a little fairy out by herself. but because of Shadow Realm, Netherwalk, Shadow Realm, he doesn't want to go on her. Here we go. Low health center. He's going to wait for the last moment. Don't get hoof stomp. Don't get hoof stomp, my friend.
Killing spree.
No, he's just going to get a kill. A killing spree, that is. Death Pact almost up. He'll go eat a creep. Probably this big boy. And he's going to be on the hunt again. He might go for a tower. Kills the little guys after eating the big one. Just disgusting. Fitting for Halloween, though. Spooky Halloween hero. I like staying in theme. 3 heroes have made a force top. Clinks, Phantom Lancer, Ogre. Are they going to make a move? 12 minutes in. Clinks wants to get active. Item-wise, who cares? He has a haste. He's quick. Ogre's going to lead the way. Check out the vision here. They see him. Clinks coming in. Are they going to see Clinks? They're not going to see Clinks. They just see the Ogre. Level 6 Ogre, that is. Multicast. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Don't get double Curse Crowned, though. Shadow Realm. What is the name? I keep forgetting it. It is Shadow Realm. Okay. That's the disjoint we talked about. 6 HP. 6 HP. Disjoint. Very close, but not close enough. Information has been given away, but because of the reaction from Warlock, Morphling is alone bottom against another spooky hero. Not Kunkka, it's Pugna. Speaking of spooky situations, a not so stealthy Ogre enters mid lane. There's the Ignite, there's the beatdown, there's the Sun. Clinks is here with the damages. There a blind? Oh, there isn't. And now there isn't a Tinker either. Phantom Lancer, how's this farm looking? Net worth, very, very good. 500 above the Morphling, missing a kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower's under attack as Morphling died. If you guys saw it, send me a VOD. I blinked and I missed it. He got absolutely exploded. Top three on net worth, cores. Let's do it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Next 3, cores. All 3 cores in front of the other team's cores. Not a good sign.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
3-2, Morphling. 3-0, Clinks. Very dangerous. Now, Morphling's getting bullied out. No, oh, there's the Blink Dagger reveal onto Phantom Lancer. He gets feared. When he's feared, he can't doppelganger. They have to kill him in this. He's going to doppelganger and buy some time. There it is. Last second. However, Morphling goes down. Now, we have an egg. Nothing comes of it. Crimson checking it out. We've seen him die once. We've seen him die twice.
Hello.
Ouch. He accepts his fate.
Thanks for playing Dota 2.
But you know
Double
what?
kill.
It doesn't matter. He used Shadow Word in lane. He provided a ton of regen to his Morphling. All he has to do in a fight is hit R. He obviously doesn't waste it there. Honestly, he's playing fine. I mean, that kill was a little crazy. I can respect that. But you know, he's a position 5. He wants to be in a position to die for a core. He wants to just press his button. With the ward, Dire has a very strong position to push this tower. However, there's a lot of CC. They know they had the blink. Ooh, baby, did he get Decrept into double edge? Decrept increases magic damage taken, my friend.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, trying to save Dark Willow, Decrepify, actually made him melt to Centaur. First blink reveal right here. Second blink right here. Both led to a fruitful situation. What a player. Now we're going to see return push. Dire was unable to take the T1 top. Let's see if Radiant can do it in one push. Blinking, regenning Centaur. Hiding in the trees to destroy any defense from the Dire team. Dire decides, no, we have 2 pushing heroes. We don't really need to fight your blinking Centaur. We're just going to go and push another lane. We push extremely fast. These 2 heroes are probably going to cause enough pressure to bring 4 heroes back across the river. In the meantime, Phantom Lancer is going to be able to farm. He almost has it as defusal. Puts on his illusion, that's why it's in there. Very close to defusal. Ooh, I heard a stun going on.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Just a creep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, top tower finally goes down, but in the meantime, Pugna and Clinks, double skeleton, manage to push the wave double time.
Dire's middle tower
Tinker can
has
defend,
been denied.
but You can see just the speed that Dire can push with every time they take a fight. Ooh! However, Icarus dive, 90 HP. Let's go. He wants it. Centaur wants it. He goes for the Stampede, turns it into nothing. Ogre on the back line, very scared. Oh, the Netherward blocking in the Ogre. Ogre decides, hey, let's go fight. Doesn't stun his team. Stands in the Sunray, gets healed. Egg on the high ground, and Terrorize doesn't get cast. Dark Willow is destroyed. Clinks with double damage. Ooh, not something you want to see on the enemy team. What did he do this fight? Not as much as Pugna. 1,800 damage coming from the Skeleton Master himself. Morphling manages to snake top tower TPs. What can Phoenix do? Nothing. Just provide vision, but no one's in range. With their newfound space, Dire's going to take this moment to breathe and farm. Phoenix, a hero that does magic damage, stumbles upon not one but two camps of mud golems. I'm sorry, my friend. I know that life. I think we all understand that struggle. Tinker just exploring the views of the Radiant side of the map with this beautiful Temple Gardens terrain. Checking out the foliage in the trees. What Tinker's doing is he teleports into the trees where he's safe, and then he's going to use March of the Machines to push the waves out in a safe spot. He gets a lot of farm and applies a lot of pressure on the map. However, the infamous Tinker ward, catching Tinker. Tinker's going to try and TP out here. Both stuns have been used, however, not enough mana. Diffusal takes it away. In the meantime, a sneaky skeleton is walking around, pops a smoke, knows he pops a smoke, pings are going out, but what are you going to do? Does anyone even have vision? No. Warlock hardly even has an item. I think Warlock started with more gold. There's the Orchid we talked about. Oh, baby! Right into the Sentry Ward, into the double edge, and then splash attack. Gets Adaptive Strike, gets deleted. Regen on Ogre. I don't think regen works, because it looks like that's just his normal HP regen. 82. What a hero. PL with his Diffusal, which he revealed on Tinker. Shout out to the Tinker Ward, available at this location, this location, this location, and that location. Ooh.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Pugna gets it. Easy last hit. If you were not aware, getting the last hit provides more gold to your team than not. It is better to have someone take it than for someone to miss the last hit on a tower. Although it's always better for the tower to go down by one of your teammates or your creeps than by the enemy denying it. Centaur has done work with his Blink Dagger. Checking out the vision here on the mini-map. They have no clue. Trying to make another play. In the meantime, Slurms is going to beat this tower down. PL's farming. His farm speed is increased a ton by Diffusal Blade. Not only is it agility, but it mana burns. His illusions benefit from the mana burn. So like, watch the mana bar of this guy right here. Check this out. Boom, boom, boom. It's getting melted. Just like his HP. Huge increase to damage. Huge increase to utility. Hero level, Tinker is leading the way, followed by Pugna, but we have a fight in the bottom lane. There is a Clinks, he is caught out and he is exploded. We saw that over here and we saw it over here. This is not something you want to see a third time in a row. This is not going to put NYU in a good position to win the game. Clinks is a hero that needs his momentum. Speaking of momentum, Centaur speeds into the enemy team just to get Yules. Beat down, Morphling runs into the enemy team just to get stunned and ignited. Phoenix is here too. Morphling is fighting off 3 heroes. In the back line we have a chaotic offering, but it's not really doing much. Slurms is caught out. He used his mobility. He no longer has mana. He just has a team following him around and beating his watery body into the ground, into a puddle. Warlock, no mana, very little health, can't even cast TP, runs away. Is he going to juke? With Dark Willow Bramble Mage, that might be all it takes. Tinker abusing vision, giving away the fact they have a ward, but causing a ton of damage. Oh my god, is this really going to happen here? Centaur doesn't even want to use his invisibility. He looks for another kill. Let's see if they find the Centaur. Oh yes, there we go. Gets the Ogre. Would have rather got the Pugna. However, Clinks returns to the fight. Let's get the vision back. Clinks is doing a lot of damage, but Centaur's very tanky. Clinks is going to take the Curse Crown, run it right over to his Phoenix. Not stun his teammate because he's a friend. And the fight is going to conclude. Hit me with that recap. Gold change, not really a lot. Damage done, quite a bit. Oh, that wasn't the full fight. Obviously. PL does get taken out on that fight, and that's the main prize right now. Let's check out this net worth chart over here. Check that net worth chart out. PL in third. Getting a kill on him is huge. Tinker's now in first place on net worth. What's he going to go for this game? Tinker is a hero that gets money fast and uses that money to buy items that benefit from his rearm, ability to remove their cooldown, such as Boots of Travel, but also sometimes items like Dagon or Sheepstick or Shiva's. So we're gonna see what he'll do. Excalibur was a ringer for Fnatic when they played against TI5 DK, like one of the scariest teams. Didn't do well as expected, but you looked at the roster and it was one of the scariest ones. It was like Burning. I can't remember. It was Burning's boys. I don't even remember where I was going with this. I got so sidetracked by being nostalgic about Team DK. I was probably alluding to Tinker. Excalibur rang and beat them with Fnatic, and Fnatic was struggling, and then Excalibur just beat like the best team in the world at BTS, and he was the one that started Tinker, E-Blade, Dagon. That's where we were going with this story. So, that's what I want to see. E-Blade, Dagon. I think it's hilarious, I think it's overpowered, and I think Morphe's not having a good time when he's silenced. But, doesn't die. Shadow Word. Come on, Warlock, you're doing it. Warlock's just doing what he's got to do. Fine wards. Shadow wards. Think about it. All of the Dire team is on the bottom side of the map. How's their vision looking? Not good, but this is where their 2 wards are, and the Tinker ward. Tinker ward doesn't do anything if you can't get into this part of the map here. Clinks gets scared away from a potential TP, and Dire continues to farm. Ogre's job has... This is what I was saying in the draft. It's not really fun to be the Ogre player right now when your team's losing and all you can do is like farm a little bit, because your job is to cast Bloodlust on your carry and help them farm faster. Depending on how starved your team is for farm, it's literally to go and just tank the creeps for the guy in the jungle and hit them down, but make sure he gets the last hit. He's like just the super babysitter. Here comes the Stampede on a caught out Pugna. The Pugna ward is out. The Nether ward is doing as much as it can, but it's not going to be enough. There's the stun. Doesn't even have to use the Terrorize, rather, and Pugna is deleted. PL's just taking his time farming anywhere he can, but Tinker's taken the first spot in net worth from him. And he's not going to beat Tinker farming the jungle. So I think we're going to need to see a move made. Now, Tinker is being chased, but without sight or really a good way to catch Tinker, you know, he's just going to do that. And check it out. Let's go mid, blink into the trees, cast March of the Machines. Blink, jungle, March of the Machines. He's farming the jungle and he's farming the lane. In the meantime, his team's pushing. Hit the tower with Bloodlust. Increases its attack speed just like it does to your carry. Helps your tower farm and get huge. Look how huge this tower is from all the farming it's been doing. Terrorize potentially coming out, just juking it. Morphling's going to sit up there and hit the tower. Probably get Shadow Worded. Centaur's looking for a blink. Warlock's looking to cast ult. PL doesn't want to fight. And Clinks is on his way there. They're probably not going to take a fight till Clinks gets there. A pretty aggressive Nether Ward is great in this position, but the fact is Radiant outnumbers Dire, and Radiant can just walk up to the tower and kill the Nether Ward. Although keeping it behind the trees does help quite a bit. Now we're going to see Clinks make a play out down here to use his Death Pact. No, to cut the creep wave. They don't want to fight. They know that Warlock has ult, and Dire does not want to fight. Clinks is looking around now. Is there vision of him? No, almost no vision. Alright, Clinksy. Thing is, Clinks is going to pop a smoke and they're going to know he's here. Do we have vision? Oh, he goes for the Warlock, but he's in the middle of the team. Ooh, he's going to get stunned. His team's following up. What? Okay. Bye-bye. It all went well. It all went well. Everyone else showed up and they owned. Poor Morphling. Or, poor Morphling's caught out now, but he absolutely just deletes people. A huge amount of damage. Centaur's going to Stampede after the Clinks, but Clinks is too tanky with Death Pact up. Morphling's going to get beat down by Ogre. Yes, Ogre's been waiting. He's sick of casting Bloodlust on his carry. He's here to slam. Speaking of slamming, there's the Warsomp and the Blind and the Double Edge. Clinks has no damage. He can't turn around and deal anything because he'll die to Blade Mail. Tinker finishes him off, and now Tinker's caught out. They need to keep vision of him. Tinker's going to go Scepter so that PL can't own him and ruin all his mana, and then he gets a blink off and he can get away and hide. Centaur's still middle of the team. Ogre's here to slam. We said it once. We said it again. Phoenix very low, looking to egg. Nope, Phoenix dies. Centaur then dies. There's the chaotic offering. Only really is going to lead to an Ogre kill though. Warlock, just the same way Ogre was sick of casting Bloodlust, Warlock was sick of dying and casting Shadow Word, so they both just did their thing. Ogre went in and he bumped and he thumped and he smacked people with his clubs, and then Warlock showed up and hit Chaotic Offering. Here we go. Ghost Scepter, blink away, Soul Ring, hello. What are you going to do, PL? PL needs a Nullifier if he wants to deal with that, or needs someone to be able to purge the Ghost Scepter. I mean, PL could even... I guess he could get an Orchid, but I don't think he would. Just thinking of a weird way you could stop it. Likely would be some sort of purge to deal with the Ghost Scepter.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ghost Scepter means that when Tinker rearms, his Blink Dagger is taken off cooldown, but is not immediately broken by PL or one of his many illusions who will be attacking him. It also stops PL from burning all of Tinker's mana. However, if Tinker does have all of his mana burned, then he has a Soul Ring, which also gets his cooldown reset by rearm. That's what we were talking about earlier. Tinker's going to abuse items that get reset by his rearm. And the same way Morphling wants to abuse people who get right-clicked by him with his insanely high damage, 200 plus 17. That's not 217, it's 216. Hero levels, Tinker's still leading. Net worth, Tinker's still leading. Last hits, Tinker's still leading. Tinker is breathing life into Maryland this game. He's keeping them in this game, he's slowing it down, he's keeping the lanes pushed out. NYU has a lot of burst damage, but if their initial burst there doesn't turn into doesn't set them up to win the fight, it's unlikely they will be able to kind of have a second life in the fight. Now, PL is going to be strong at the beginning, he's going to be strong all the way through, but Clinks is doing all of his damage with Strafe. Pugna wants to just put everything on cooldown, and then he's just going to be channeling on one person, and Phoenix is looking to just set up with Supernova. So all their damage is going to happen at one time. Centaur is able to set his team up to just run away with Stampede during the brief period of time where Dire is dealing a huge amount of damage, and then his team can go right back in when they have heroes like Tinker, who's going to be putting out a lot of damage over the fight. Tinker really doesn't slow down until he runs out of mana or gets caught and dies. And the thing is, when he runs out of mana, he just goes home and gets more, so he just comes right back. Dark Willow puts out an insane amount of damage and control. Warlock's going to set up set up the rest of his heroes, or play off anyone else's setup. What I'm trying to say here is Radiant can take a longer fight than NYU can. Just one item? Whatever. Centaur returning some damage. Morphling picks up the Aegis. A lot of red in this inventory. Well, 2.5-ish items. You know, this is the red item build. Maybe you guys aren't old enough for that. Now, Ogre going for the Glimmer Cape. I like this. It's going to help when you get stunned by Centaur. It's going to help when you're blinded. It is going to reduce the magic damage Morphling puts out. It's going to reduce the magic damage Dark Willow puts out. It's also going to save people if Radiant isn't carrying sight. Let's check out what their supports have. Oh, there's a Sentry in the dust. So they're aware. Ogre has his Shadow Amulet first. Pugna Ward is set up. Kind of both teams playing around with each other. But check out what we have going on down here. Clinks is hunting. Doesn't look like he's going to find anything. He might try and cut off Radiant when they retreat. Nah. He's just going to go push out the lane, it looks like. Good taunt, good taunt. I like it. Let's check it out. Bounty runes? Bounty runes? Alright, alright, 2 for Radiant. Wait, where'd the third one go? There we go. 3 for Radiant. What's up? Net worth, boys. See the kills? See the kills at the top? 20? See the net worth, though? Kills aren't an indicator of winning a game. And net worth isn't either. But, you know, there's more to Dota than letting people up. Although we all play just to do that. Or I'm sure many of us do. Now, let's take a look at the items. PL going for a heart. Going to make his illusions very... increase his life and the life of his illusions. Going to allow him the ability to escape from a fight, regen up, and return to the fight. Pugna, or rather Centaur, Stomp and Double Edge offers a large amount of AoE damage that can deal with illusions. Waveform is a large amount of damage. The heart is going to make it harder for Centaur to die. However... Okay. Well, Almost a fight. They're just going to take the tower. There's the ignite. Bloodlusting himself on Morphling, yes. You know, usually when you think of Morphling, you want him to morph into the scary hero on the enemy team. Right? Like, you want to see him go into, like, the Lina or something. But in this case, going into the Ogre is sick, because he just gets Bloodlust for himself. And then, speaking of Bloodlust, the Bloodlust Master himself shows up, stuns him in the Sunray, and he dies in front of the Ancients. Now, the preemptive egg is going to set up a stun. It's going to hit Centaur. Yes, it is. Centaur tries to go in on the side, but he gets interrupted by the egg stun. He's going to kill Pugna regardless. Phoenix desperately trying to heal him, but nothing's coming of it. Tinker's dealing a ton of damage with his laser procs.
Double kill.
Kiting around. PL can't PL's supposed to be the one kiting, and he's getting kited. Ogre's just gonna fight the Golem. Phoenix wants a little bit more, but can't find anything. PL goes back to his farm. Net worth and kills now in Dire's favor. But that's not all. Tinker's in. Where'd he blink to? He's being safe. He's abusing his sight that he's getting from Centaur. Look at all the rockets coming out. An insane amount of damage. He has Aghanims. He's hitting all of these heroes. Phoenix taking damage with Sunray, but healing his teammates in the process. Phoenix very low. Centaur runs away, but doesn't manage to escape. Tinker, back home, run out of mana. Valiant attempt. They got more XP. I guess they did actually win that. Well, Centaur's on cooldown though. Or on, is respawning for quite a while. Roger, who cares? It was a good scrap, we'll put it that way. Checking out CS. Tinker is a ton. Let's get back to items here. Tinker's still leading. What's Tinker going for this game? So he has the Aghanim. So what Aghanims does is it allows his laser to hit multiple targets. Not only is he dealing damage to multiple targets, and it's pure damage, so it's not reduced by magic armor, he's blinding multiple targets. So if he can't hit the Clinks, he can hit someone near the Clinks. Clinks is the obvious most important target to blind because he puts out an insane amount of damage, especially when he has Strafe up, increasing his attack speed. But it also allows him to clear PL illusions quicker. He's hitting multiple illusions, and he doesn't necessarily have to pick the right PL illusion, he just has to get lucky. He has like, what, probably like 1 in 3, I don't know, I don't do the math, I'm here to watch Dota. What's he going to go for next? Shiva's another AoE spell. The one thing you have to keep in mind with Shiva's, though, is... Well, I guess PL has to get a nullifier if he goes Shiva's. One thing you have to remember about Shiva's and PL's interaction. Yes, Shiva's grants you armor, PL does physical damage. Shiva's deals AoE magic damage, and that's good with dealing his illusions, but it increases your mana pool by an insane amount, meaning that you're never going to reach a point where you don't have mana. I guess you're not really safe if you don't have mana. I was going to say where you don't have mana and PL's damage is reduced by a ton. But, I mean, if PL gets you, at that point in the game, if PL gets you down to no mana, you're probably dead anyways. I guess that's more of a discussion with going Arcane boots against mana burning heroes, rather than Shiva's against the PL 30 minutes into the game. Anyways, so no Dagon build from Tinker is what we're getting from there. Actually, no Hooded Defiance on Centaur. He goes for the Vanguard, looking to stop physical damage. It's great. The block is great against the illusions because they don't hit that hard, and he's taking many small attacks from them. Blade Mail. Who's the burster? Clinks can't go on Centaur. Pugna has a bit of a hard time on Centaur, and I don't know how the interaction with Blade Mail and PL is. I mean, PL's still getting the mana burn whether you're Blade Mail or not. He can send his illusions on you. Dark Willow goes for the Yules, going into a Lotus Orb. That's the deal with the silence from Orchid. And our man is going for a Glimmer Cape. He wants to be just like the other 5 on the starring team. Ogre. Ogre has picked up his Glimmer Cape. Make sure we have sight here for Radiant. Yes, tons of it. He's serious, man. He's not here to mess around. Dark Willow is here to find invisible players.
Dire are scanning.
Both teams want to fight, but way better vision, actually, for Radiant. What's going on top? Are you guys going to run into each other? Clinks is hunting. Tinker's farming. Radiant's watching a creep wave fight a creep wave. Dire's watching a creep wave fight a creep wave. Each team's waiting for... Or both teams are waiting for the other team to make a move so they can counter-initiate. Oh yeah, Clinks is getting the nullifier. This is what we're talking about. What's up, Tinker? What are you gonna do? You know why they call it Ghost Scepter? because after it gets nullified, you die and are a ghost. So bottom lane, Tinker's going to try and show up, shoot some rockets, and put some pressure on this tower.
Dire's bottom tower.
God, Tinker's just causing so much chaos. Blinking around, farming everything. Net worth. Woo! 3k up on PL. PL's got his heart. PL's got his Manta Style. Manta Style creates stronger illusions, or longer lasting illusions, as well as... Are they stronger? Deal 33% damage. What do we got here? 16. Oh, geez, they're way stronger. Okay, I didn't realize it was that big of a deal. Geez, I should have known that. And so all the illusions he creates, both Manta and Juxtaposed illusions, are going to benefit from the Heart of Tarask, which is going to, shout out to my man Charles Tarask, Harrison, making the power rankings right now. It's going to stop PL's and his illusions from dying to the damage from the other team. The large amount of damage coming out. Speaking of large amounts of damage, it's actually insane how much AoE we're talking about here for Radiant. Shiva's is picked up. We already talked about the Hoof Stomp and Double Edge combo. PL's going to have a tough time keeping his illusions alive. That's why he went for the early heart. Diffuse is a core item for that hero. What did our boy Pugna? There it is. Alright, Tinker may have upset us. Tinker may not have went the Dagon. But this guy right here, sneaking around the trees. Just hanging out. Alright. This guy got the Dagon. And now, he wants to pressure bottom lane. His boy is coming in. Clinks. Skeleton crew. Are they about to perform a skeleton beatdown on young Morphling? So what does Morphling do? He needs a teammate to teleport in if he gets... Orc. If you get Orc and Nullifier, you just don't get to do anything. Ooh! Tinker goes, or rather, why don't I call you by the wrong name all the time? Oh my god! Is he going in? Gets caught. Looks like Tinker's gonna just walk away. Now, BKB is used, and there's a Yule Scepter. He cast it on himself while he was BKB'd. Wasted a charge, and his life, and an opportunity of killing the Tinker. It looked like a miscommunication when Clinks and Pugna did not engage at the same time, because Pugna bursted Morphling down to half HP. Decrep. Dagon. Here we go, round 2. Let's see what we can do. Now, BKB's picked up to avoid the blind. Goes for the Death Pact, increasing his damage and health. Clinks needs to have Death Pact to really make any moves. A weakness of Clinks is he's really good when he has Death Pact up, and more specifically the weakness, he's not really online when he has Death Pact down. He can deal damage, but that's not really what he ever wants to be doing. When Death Pact is off cooldown, he wants to be using it to eat a creep right away. Game slowed down a little bit here. Let's take a look at the gold, man. Back and forth, but favoring Dire. For most of the game, continuing to. However, if we continue this trend, we'll be rising again. On to our second Roshan. Dire's too scared to show up. They don't want to tussle.
Dire are scanning.
Only 2 heroes taking down Roshan. Radiant knows Dire's scared. Actually, they got the whole crew ready, hiding on the side. This time they're not going to use Centaur to deal return damage, because with lifesteal and, 263 damage, Morphling can sustain the regen. Second Roshan down, Aegis on Morph, Cheese on Centaur. That's going to help a lot with PL's mana burn. And a smoke attempt is made. Maryland or rather, New York University knows where Maryland is. Maryland just took Roshan. So they're hoping that, the smoke team is hoping that someone is going to come and try and farm these camps. However, moving as a unit, a team, a cell, a group of best friends, Radiant sticks together. 4 players pushing into the jungle with 1 person. Hey guys, look, I'm up here by myself. Come through your jungle and find me. Clinks. There it is. There's the blink. Hoof Stomp, Double Edge, Curse Crown, Chaotic Offering. Ogre shows up with the Glimmer Cape and the BKB to follow. Zahira's going to walk away at half HP. Nullifier turns around a Dark Willow. She Yules herself. Pugna goes in, tries to kill the Warlock, but he's already cast his spells. Once again, he uses Yules and BKB at the same time, but my boy crushes the Morphling. In the meantime, Dark Willow falls, and so does Pugna. Morphling respawns with Aegis, and PL's going to start draining his mana. There's the Icarus dive we talked about, but Phantom Rush allows Phantom Lancer to stay on top. Once again turning into a Phoenix, realizing he has nothing he can do, he turns back into water and waveforms away. PL is caught in the Bramble Maze, and Tinker showed up to blast everyone with rockets. At the end of that battlefield, Tinker returns to base to reload. 5 heroes have fallen for the Dire, a team that had a strong lead early, kept their lead for most of the mid-game, and is now about to have their barracks pushed. Losing gold due to buybacks, and there's 2 more buybacks right there. Massive gold swing. Oh my god, experience change. It looks like Radiant has control of this game. I say that as they walk up the high ground. Now, Ogre Magi, we saw it once, we're going to see it again. He's going to buff the tier 3 tower with Bloodlust, but is he going to die for it? No, he's going to actually kill Morphling. Wow, what a defense. And Radiant extending. They tasted victory, and they wanted more. They couldn't stop themselves, and they couldn't turn around. Low health, they pushed into 2 heroes that bought back, with the PL still alive, and with the PL buyback? I have a hotkey for this. Not available. He did. 3 hero buyback. They wanted more, and because of it, they lost some Morphling rather than finishing Ceterax. However, tier 3 tower is down. That means shrines are vulnerable. Tinker's captured a pig. Centaur shows up, stomps it, chops it up. Phoenix here. Icarus dives in to get Curse crowned. Centaur's going to double edge him. Stuns up in 5, but Ogre shows up once again. Glimmer Cape, Ignite, stun. And Dark Willow gets absolutely deleted. There's the egg saving the life of Phoenix. It also might claim the life of Centaur. Stun once, stun twice, stun 3, stun 4 times, 5 times, multi-cast supernova combo. Tinker's here though. He hates everyone. Homing, he locks his targets onto people he dislikes the most, and everyone on the Dire team is getting hit. He doesn't like a single one of them. He hates the pigs, he hates the birds, he also hates running out of mana. He's safe. Ogre's carrying a gem. Dude, he sees everything. Oh, he went for the 90. Let me tell you something about playing Ogre Magi. 300 health seems cool, right? Oh, I'm Ogre, I have so much health, and I'm really hard to kill. Why don't I get more health? How funny would that be? Yeah, it's like not bad, right? It's 300 health, that's a ton. 90 damage, my friend. You know Bloodlust has a special effect on yourself. Self bonus attack speed 130, whereas on allies is 100. 90 gold per minute? Yeah, right. 90 plus 90 damage is 100 gold per minute. Check the stats. But seriously, picking up 90 damage on Ogre allows you to apply an insane amount of pressure. It also allows you to farm more items, so you can be scary. A more effective position 5. 90 gold per minute, don't underestimate how much that's going to impact your farming speed, especially with Bloodlust. You're likely going to get an insane amount of value for picking that up, even though the 300 HP seems very enticing. It's likely that you'll set yourself up to have a larger impact for the rest of the game, going for the 90 damage, and I'm very happy to see that this Ogre Magi did it. You can also notice that this Ogre Magi is holding on to a 4 staff, and he's picked up an energy booster over here, just chilling. He's in good shape. What's his net worth? Boom, beating the supports of the other team. Over 1,000 gold Warlock. Over 1,000 gold ahead of Warlock. Ogre's just gonna roll up. Let's go. 4 staff in. What's up? Just a single cast, just warming him up. And then Pugna is gonna just suck the rest of his life. And was there another hero there? Oh yeah, Dark Willow. That squash bug on the ground. Absolutely obliterated. Dire team was embarrassed that their tier 3 has been taken, and they've come to claim the enemies. However, Tinker's doing what Tinker does, stopping a push. Although he has 3 allies, now 2 allies in the graveyard, and a tower. Gone. He has managed to repel Dire, at least for now, deleting that creep wave. A double catapult wave. This is the wave they want to push with. It wouldn't be surprised to see over Bloodlust a catapult. It's a very good way to push on that hero. Lynx is just going to walk right up, straight, beat the tower down, turn into a pig, get blinded, chase out by Morphling. However, he's getting healed up by Phoenix now. It kegs in Phantom Lancers. Phantom Lancers turn to beat down the tower, and his Phantom Lancers turn to be turned into a pig. Tinker reloads. He has to go and get some mana. Is this the opening Dire needs? No. Well, Tinker's getting mana Ana. Dire has to wait for another creep wave. They cannot make a move. However, they have
Radiant's bottom
evened
tower is
up
under
the
attack.
game.
Dire's top
Both
tower has
T3
fallen.
towers gone. Net worth only less than 1k, but less than 1k in favor of the Dire.
Regeneration.
Ooh. Sneaky. Uh-oh. Skeleton Walk's really fun to play with, but maybe not the funnest to make a move with 46 minutes into the game. Morphling is picked off without buyback, down for 90 seconds. This might be the nail in the coffin for Radiant. PL's going to pressure down mid. Top lane is pushed in and bottom lane is pushed in very far. Dire should respond to these lanes before committing to a push, or else they may leave themselves open to take unnecessary base damage. At some point in the game, this tower disappeared. I don't know, maybe Ogre used his Glimmer on it. I'm not sure. In the meantime, Dark Willow actually disappeared bottom lane. Absolutely smashed. Drained by Pugna. PL and Clinks make short work of the mid lane.
Radiant's middle
Barracks.
barracks has fallen.
Barracks ease. Next on the menu, Shrine. Pugna's even using magic on it. Pugna doesn't care. Clinks doesn't care.
Radiant's
He'll
top
rather kill
shrine
a ward.
is under attack. Radiant's top
He
shrine
forgot which one
has
was the
fallen.
shrine.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not yet, little skeleton friend.
Dire's
Roshan
bottom
may
shrine
respawn
is
in
under
21 seconds. We'll take a look at that then. And Tinker's sneaking around. So this is where another Tinker ward could go up to try and stop this elusive robotic menace. Top net worth 7,000. What are we going for? There's the sheep stick. We've seen it many times.
Dire are scanning.
Lincoln's after that. Ooh, a sheeped Phantom Lancer. This doesn't sound good. Tinker can keep him here for a very long time, waiting for an ally to respond. Realizes no one's in position, so he blinks and runs away. Although it was a fun little time he had with PL, he couldn't turn it into anything. PL's much too tanky with that heart, and the regen allows PL just get back straight back to full health. PL's level 25. What talent is he going to go for? TI, we saw Ana, or Anna, however you want to pronounce it, absolutely dominate with -6 Doppelganger cooldown. PL? He doesn't know. He doesn't know which one to get. He's deciding. Ogre at 25. 90 movement speed. They got Centaur ult. I guess you go Fire Blast damage. I love the Nether Blast damage. It's a game ender. It allows Pugna already heavily punishes mistakes from enemy teams when they feed or leave an opening in their buildings because of how fast he pushes, and you're just doubling down on that with this talent tree. Although Nether Ward is really fun when it's good, it's very hard to consistently place good Nether Wards. It's often not every Nether Ward is going to be good, whereas you can almost guarantee almost every Nether Blast is going to be good. Therefore, you're going to get a ton of value off of 200 Nether Blast damage. It's also a spammable spell, whereas you mess up one Nether Ward, again, you lose a lot. You lose all your level 25 talent. It's hard not to take 200 Nether Blast damage. You just always get value out of it. What does Phoenix get? Supernova hit count, that's always good, and max health sound. Ooh, those are both really good. Ooh! I blinked. Bye-bye. Dark Willow, absolutely decimated. Damage done, 934. Hello, 409. And Roshan number 3. Who does the refresher go to? You could argue Phoenix. You could argue Blinks, WKD, Rebel Strafe. Pugna maybe, double Death Ward, that's probably the one. Oh, but Chaotic Offering comes out, gets the Aegis, there snatches it. And Warlock gets taken out after his ult. In the meantime, we see Blinks die, there's the Aegis down. Centaur's going to get stunned. Clinks is going to make a break for it. But they're getting chased down by Centaur. Stampede misses, or sets Centaur up to miss his Swift Stomp, but crush PL ultimately with the double edge. Ogre's getting chased by 2 golems and a very scary Centaur. They give up on him. Now, Clinks manages to take Tinker out, an extremely high value target, and Phoenix Eggs trying to back it up. With his high attack speed, Morphling crushes the egg, and Phoenix dies. Ogre's still running around with 2 golems chasing after him. He gets picked off by the extremely mobile Tinker. Now we're going to see Pugna and Clinks try and make a move. They go on Centaur, but he's very tanky and they don't have vision of him. PL's going to show up, however the Decrep doesn't allow PL to burn his damage. PL's trying his best. The Terrorize is a complete wash. BKB, here we go. Decrep, the Morphling, they go for the bounty rune. Morphling's going to get chased down, but staying alive. Doppel walks off. What? Muted, right. Can still cast spells. Doppel walks it off. Pig is getting CC'd by everything. Crush Crown going to pop on Phantom Lancer, stunned. Very low health. Can they finish him? Yes, they can. But Clinks on the backside going for Morphling. Can he finish Morphling? No, he can't. Another pig right by the Nether Ward. And the cow jumps on the skeleton. What an insane game this is. Now, Shrine is up. Everyone's going to regen. Tinker's going to Shivas. Clinks is going to blow up Tinker, but it's not going to be enough. He doesn't get Morph, he doesn't get Tinker. Very low. Centaur could go for the random stomp, doesn't get it. Tinker shows up, regenning. Shrine's already been used, though. And all that's left is a Phoenix fighting a Tinker. Tinker should win this. However, Phoenix has a lot of mana on Tinker. Tinker once again makes the safe call, runs away. No, he's worth a lot. Phoenix ends up running into Tinker's lackeys and is cleaned up. At the end of that insane engagement, Dire has lost 4 heroes. Now, we did see a Tinker buyback, didn't we? Does not have it. PL buyback. Pugna buyback. Phoenix buyback. Ogre's just a poor guy with not a lot of money. So, they won the fight, but at the cost of buybacks. Still in a good position. They're actually going to skip the T3 with no buybacks come out. Clinks tries to make a move, gets eliminated. There's the buyback. Maybe just trying to cause some damage, not doing as much as he wanted. We see a Meteor Hammer. Pop the Meteor Hammer. Tinker. The Meteor Hammer cooldown does not reset. Very cocky move from Tinker. However, he's playing an insane game. A Battle Cry. Centaur War Runner charges, slows the Ogre, and then returns to beating down the Ancient. Tinker shows up, deletes the Ogre, starts casting 1,000 spells, lasers, Shiva's guards, rockets, and then deletes the Clinks. Now, the Golems and the Radiant team are going to finish the Ancient, and that is that. We have completed our first game of Dota. University of Maryland wins. Insanely close game. 35-38 is the final score. Actually, New York University was leading in kills at the end of that. However, Maryland had a 12k net worth advantage. We can actually take a tab back into the game here. Check this out. And let's check out the stats for this one. Boom. I want to see the damage, because these heroes were pumping out a ton of damage, but we had the team that could last and the team that was very bursty. 11 kills on Morphling, 12 kills on Clinks, man, and 11 on Pugna. Tinker actually only had 7 and 15. Damage dealt. 25k, 44,000. Woo! Yeah, we saw it. That's top net worth player right there. Clinks, 32,000. Phoenix, actually an insane 27,000 damage. Phoenix, quite farmed by the end of it. Well, with that, we'll be taking a quick break, and we'll come back to you for the second game in the series. We're going to see another attempt from both these teams. Once again, we have Maryland. They're looking to prove themselves against RIT. They're looking to build a ladder of corpses to ascend to Rochester Institute of Technology's level, and they're going to beat them off the throne and claim it for themselves. On the flip side, New York University. They're looking to prove themselves. They don't have a win under their belt yet, but look at how they play Dota. They're not gonna continue to go winless this season. We're gonna see something out of them. These are some very talented players. Anyways, after a quick break, we'll go into game 2 and see how it plays out.